Well, I found myself a nice spot to park. Big wide parking area, parking down both sides, and it's a dead end behind me. We've got a bit of electricity generation going on here. Can't see many more. And beyond that is the coast. I'm at a peninsula. It doesn't have a name, but I like the look of it. It's a big park up. Well, not for overnight though. And it leads into a nature reserve and a chapel. So I'm going to have a wander around there. There is a bunch of rain. Of course, it's September, isn't it? But I've got a hat and a coat, so I'll be all right. Car park ends here, and then we head on through this path. I was in shorts, but it says beware adders. So I'll put my long johns on. Right, so we're going to head down there. Sneak preview of a little chapel, look. So if you want to look at a map, I'm just east of Bradwell-on-Sea. Parking area is here. I don't know what that green is. Saltmarsh Hub. So I'm heading here. Chapel of St. Peter's on the Wall. And this is all Dengie, or Dengie, D-E-N-G-I-E, Nature Reserve, all the way up here. There is a path around the peninsula, which goes to Bradwell Nuclear Power Reactor, and then you can get back here into the village and along again. It might be quite a few miles, so I'm not sure I'm going to do that. And this is what I'm hoping to see. St. Peter's on the Wall Chapel, originally constructed as an Anglo-Celtic church for the East Saxons in AD 654 by Saint Cedd, who was educated in Lindisfarne. It was built on the ruins of the abandoned 3rd century Roman fort of Othona. We've got a Othona community, salt marshes, and then Bradwell Shell Bank. It's managed by Essex Wildlife Trust. It consists of 30 acres of shell bank and salt marsh. The beach-like spit is built up by tidal currents and is mainly cockle and oyster shells. And then Sales Point. The wooden posts jutting out of the river near Sales Point are known to be a Saxon fish trap. The pillbox here was built in World War II to help defend the coast from invaders. A line of ex-Port of London Authority lighters were installed just off the coast to help prevent coastal erosion. And this is in the way, so it might be a shame not to go and see it. Chapel of St. Peter ad Murum, built on the walls of the Roman fort Othona by Saint Cedd. In this place the word is revealed to you. Half a mile to the chapel, that building down there. And to the north of this peninsula, this is River Blackwater. And there's a few little towns over there. One says West Mercia, and then it just goes on around the Essex coast. Yes, I was looking for somewhere different. Not seen many videos about Essex. Nobody goes to Essex. And I thought, well, let's go up the east coast. I have done East Anglia 2-3 years ago, but I was there for 3 days. I went to one campsite, I think it was, and went out from there, so I didn't do a lot of it. So I'm spending at least 5 days travelling up the east coast to West Runton, and then I might go to Sandringham campsite, and then might head north. So we'll see how family things go. But from Crowborough, where I stayed last night, to the next campsite, a place called Kessingland, is 4 hours. So I thought I'll have a stop somewhere. So this was about 2 hours to get here. There we go, one just in the middle of the field there. Must be a pain for the farmer to plough around that. And the other one is just at the edge of that tree line where that there's a pole with a solar panel and a wind generator. So there's one there. Okay, I've done a half a mile down the path and we're coming up to this chapel. It's great. Cool. I've just taken my directional mic off, which I use mostly. There's hardly any wind, and just to let you hear all the other noises that are going on. Can hear some geese. There's a little building here. Let's check this out first. Right, there is this community within the woodland there, so we'll let them be. And just some information here about the Roman fort that was here. So I think the wall went up here. That's the chapel. Yeah, difficult to see on the ground. We'll have a walk around it. Some footings in the ground where there might have been some more buildings. Yeah, it's at the corners, there's lots of brickwork, so there's obviously a bit more that stuck out this way. I'm going to the long grass here, trying to keep away from the adders. Well, it looks to have a decent roof, sealed windows, so to speak, so watertight, that's the main thing. Cool door, and it is open. Wow. Not 2 floors at all, just double height. Yeah, there's a picture here, look, with a round building at the end and one at the side. A couple of small buttresses, so that'll be what that unfinished corner bricks were for. Lots of information. That was cool. I like that. Still no one else around. I'm just turning right before I get to the beachy bit, the marshy bit. So all along here is a nature reserve. And it looked as though there was a path to the right as well, so I might do that. Do that next. Oh, there's a building in here. Oh, a chimney. So this is public footpath, St. Peter's Way, all along here. We've got a path that goes along this ridge, going, that's south. I might do that later, don't know. And this is all the, what was it, salt marsh? Shell something? Some sand over there and over there. I don't know if you can get to the sandy beach. We'll just follow these paths. See what happens. Right, there's a sign here, so I'm going through there. There's a little house in there with a chimney and a hut. So you can't go in front of that. No, I don't think I don't think I'm going to get out there. Cordoned off. Danger of death. That would be a good lookout, wouldn't it? Unsafe building. So we're not doing that today. There is a muddy path which heads towards the beach. It'd be rude not to, I suppose. Yeah, squidgy. Right, see you at the beach. Wow. Be wildlife aware. So it looks like you can go along the beach, but not in this area. I don't know how far along the beach I want to go. Some seabirds over there. Maybe I'll walk along the beach this way. You can see another pillbox over there, and there's some chap on the end of a sticky out bit. There are footprints here, so I'm going to just head along here a bit. White egrets, 4 or 5. There's a sandy bit sticking out, I'll probably do as far as that. A whole bunch of birds over there. The heron getting swamped by them. There's another one to my right. Oh, look at this lot. I should put my bird app on. I can tell you what they are. I've got a stream in the way here, so that's as far as I get. The bird app says oyster catchers. Yeah, this is all shells I'm walking on now. The tide is coming in because it's filling up this river. What a racket. Right, last look at that lot. I can see gulls, I can see egrets and oyster catchers. There's loads of them. Right, let's head back the other way. Yeah, it was talking about the tide washing up all the shells. Hundreds of them. No, thousands of them. I think I'm stumped again. Yeah, I'm not getting across that. I have to go back up that path. Never mind. So I've gone past the Christian community area. There's also a bird, Bradwell Bird Observatory just there. I'm not patient enough. Another pillbox on the seashore here. Going across the path. No door here. Maybe it's at the back on the other side. No door here either. So that's inaccessible, I'm afraid. So I've just got this long path now, which takes you to a point. Is it Salt Point? I read on the screen. We'll have a look here, and over to my left is the nuclear reactor. There you are, that's in the distance. So the circular path goes past that towards the village. I don't think I'm going to go that far. We'll see what happens at this point. Lots of birds here and waves, that's all I can hear. I don't know if I mentioned, this is Saturday morning. It's about the 20th of September. Does that sound about right? Or 19th? No, I think it's the 20th. It's quite mild. I'm getting hot now in my long johns. So we come to a sea wall. There's a track behind it, and we're losing most of the beach now. I've just turned the corner on that sea wall, and there's another pillbox here with a groin. Is that a groin sticking out? Stop the shifting sands. I don't think there's any beach after this. There we are, it's just seawall for a mile. I can't see myself going all the way around here. There is a point there where it just sticks out to the right in the middle. Perhaps I'll do that. I'm coming to the end of this concrete wall, and then it's just a grassy bank. I said I was going to go to that point, so that's just over there a bit. So I'll do that and then look at my options. Another pillbox just on the edge of the walkway bank. No door. The door's obviously at the back, but it's under that bank, I think. Blocked up. And I'm now on the beach at the point I was referring to back then. Gosh, look at those black clouds. They do look quite black. The leftmost piece of land you can see, I think, was that last pillbox with a groin attached to it. So that's where I was. I said I'd come to here. That's the other side of the estuary. This is River Blackwater that comes out here. I wonder if that's shopping centre is named after it. Anyway, that's West Mersea, Mersea, across the water there. Not a lot of shipping going on. A few yachts. It's not that windy. There is a path across the middle of these fields. Well, it's a track, farmer's track. Looks like you can get me back there. So I think that's going to be that one. That's 1.5 miles. Have a bit of lunch, then I might head down the coast the other way a little bit on foot. Gate is open, so I don't have to climb anything. So track goes along there, and towards those windmills, which aren't actually doing much at the moment. So breeze has died. There's another pillbox right in the middle there. And then further around you can see the chapel. That's the chapel, just about in the middle now. And then the trees to the left is where this community is. There's a wind generator. I can see a couple of caravans, but there were buildings. So it looks like a proper retreat. Well, look at my car park. There's so many people. And also the sun's come out. Woohoo! The rain missed. Most of the rain missed me. Time for a sandwich. Assess where I'm going next. Whether I do a bit more walking that way or head on more up the Suffolk coast to my campsite for this evening. Whatever I do, I'll let you know. See you soon.